Most important thing that I can ever tell you. I don't come on here just to talk for no reason. Those other people that are getting those blessings and getting things left and right is because God wants to transform your life. Hello you guys, my name is Shanoa and welcome to my channel. On this channel, we talk about all type of Christian content. I live a great lifestyle with Christ in it. And I'm really excited because I love talking about this discussion because I feel like everybody deserves a transformation from the man above. It's the best transformation you can ever get. I have 4 steps to help you guys allow God to transform your life. First one being is to let go of all control and let God control your life. I feel like a lot of people, when they are in their walk with Christ or they are trying to transform their life, they're too quick to want to control everything. And that's why you wonder why your life never goes the way you want it to go, because you're trying to control everything. And that's not how that works. You guys have to remember, God is the blueprint. He knows all the whiffs about, he knows all the routes, what to do, what not to do. So you have to allow, mentally allow, physically allow, like with your hands, to just let God control and you let go of the control. And I promise you, when you just let go of control and you just allow God to just say, hey, let me take over the steering wheel and let me control your life and guide you, is when you will see your life transition so much. Let's remember, God knows how much it's hard to survive in this life. He knows how hard it is to get through every day sometimes. And that's why he tells us, just let me handle it. Let me be the one to take care of you. Let me be the one to guide you in the right direction. Let me do the work and you just trust in me. So yeah, with that being said, let go of all control and let God control your life. Number 2 is to allow God to take away people, things, places, etc. Sometimes when we're in our, not even sometimes, when you're in a transition with God and you're allowing him to transition your life, God is going to have to take away the things that do not serve you no longer. You can't bring the partying, drinking, smoking people when you're trying to be a gym girl and, you know, do all these different goals. He can't bring those type of people with you because you guys don't align on the same path. You're not on the same topic, the same goals. And even sometimes God has to take you even out of an environment, because that certain environment, whether that's a certain city, certain state, country, that place does not serve you, and God has to bring you somewhere else where it aligns with your purpose and you can meet people that align with your purpose and people that will get you to different places to, like, in your purpose. You know what I'm trying to say? So be okay with God to take away people, places, and things, because that's what helps grow you and transition you and see and meet different things. I feel like most of the time, a lot of us are just so used to just like trying to hold on to what we know and what we're comfortable with and what we've always, like, you know, carried with us. But the reality is we can't do that when we're trying to transition into a different life, because the old has to go to make room for the new. So with that being said, allow God to take away anything that is people, places, or things that are not going to serve you in your journey. Going on to number 3 is obey God's voice and allow him to direct you in your life. Follow his directions, because only God knows what direction is the right direction. No matter how many calculus you try to come up with, how many ideas you try to come up with, only God knows the actual direction of your life, of what's going to harm you, what's going to serve you, what's going to give you something better, what's going to make you worse. He only knows that. So you have to be okay with just, okay, you know, obey God's voice, even though in the moment it maybe seem like, oh, like, I don't really want to do that, God. But just like, if you don't do that, then you're going to watch something bad happen to your life. And you don't want to do that. This year, we want to avoid bad things happening to us as much as possible. And the only way we can do that is to have God in our life. And I'm not saying that you're never going to come across roadblocks in life and like mistakes, but we want to try to minimize that as much as possible. Like God said, man does not rely on his own understanding. Why do you think that? You should never rely on your own understanding of, you know, direction, what you should do. You should never do that, because you don't know the outcome. You don't. You've probably studied, you've probably heard this video, you've probably heard so many different things. The reality is you don't know. So you have to be willing to be okay with just obey what God has said to you, follow his directions, And man, you'll get to the destination that you want to get to long as you follow his direction. A lot of you guys disobey God, and I can sit here and say that for myself. I used to disobey God thinking, I know everything. I know what's going to work best. No, when you disobey God is exactly when things fall short. And we cannot have that this year. Do you guys hear me? Follow God's directions and obey only his voice. God tells us all the time not to fall in worldly things, because it doesn't matter if social media is telling you, oh, this is how you transform your life. It doesn't matter if your friend, your family, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your sister, your brother are telling you, oh, this is how you do something. They are not the ones you need to come to when you're trying to transform your life or get advice from. You need to listen to God and God only. And I'm not saying you can't take others' advice and take it in consideration, but ask God first before you make any moves. Going into number 4. This is the most important thing that I can ever tell you. So please listen. You have to have faith at all cost. All cost. And when I say that, I mean that. We think, oh, if we listen to God, then life is going to be peaches and cream. No, that is not how it is. I'm not saying God's supposed to make your life a living hell, but he's definitely not going to always make it easy sometimes, because God tests our faith all the time. So he has to put you in certain situations to see, are you going to rely on me? Are you going to worry? Are you going to stress? Are you going to come to me and ask me for help? Or are you going to ask the world for help? Like, he tests us all the time. So within good and bad situations, you have to have faith. No matter how long it's taking, no matter how long it seems that you're going to get that, or how far it seems, you are going to get there. And I tell people all the time, the minute you stop believing in him and you give up your faith, you miss out on your blessing every time. And you wonder why. Every single time you're scrolling on Instagram, you're scrolling on TikTok, you're like, wow, everybody seems to get this lavish life, and I'm sitting here working my butt off, and I do have some bad days where I'm stressing, and I'm like not believing. That's why. Those other people that are getting those blessings and getting things left and right, is because they're believing, they have their faith. And I'm not saying that they got there easy, but they kept their faith no matter what the circumstances was. And the same thing happened to me. If I would have listened to everybody else about what I should have done with my life, I wouldn't have been here. So with that being said, listen to God and have faith in him. He kept a covenant with you. And if you don't know what covenant means, it means an agreement or a promise that God made with you. Without faith is dead works. And last but not least is, once you do all these steps that I have told you to do, you will watch your life be so fruitful, blossom in front of your eyes like it's never before. I tell you guys, God is an almighty God. He is a powerful God. He is so many different things. And long as you just obey by him, you do what he says, you do the things the way he wants you to do, like all these different things, you will watch your life transform in front of your own eyes. I can say that because I'm watching my life transform in front of my eyes. Shoot, I'm about to do a decision that I've dreamed to do. And I'm walking on faith, not knowing what's the outcome, what's going to happen. But it's just like things are, after a blessing, blessing after a blessing, after blessing, things are just happening. So I'm telling you guys, you will be fruitful when you just allow God to transform your life and stop trying to take control. That's really all the tips I really have for you guys. I really hope you guys take what I said and apply it in your life, because I don't come on here just to talk for no reason. I genuinely want to watch you guys blossom. I tell my followers on TikTok all the time, I want you guys to do something so amazing with your life. I want you to have the most beautiful testimony you can ever have. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe and comment and like and hit that notification bell, especially so then you get every video that I post. And I highly appreciate it when you guys do. So yeah, I love you guys so much. And thank you so much for getting me 70K on TikTok. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. It doesn't even feel real, but I'm so grateful for you guys and I love you guys so much. See you guys next time. Bye.
I paid the cost to see apostrophes. That means it's mine.